Hi, this is Dr. John DeWitt with SimpleChiroMarketing.com and SavingLivesThroughMarketing.com. And today I'm here with Dr. Miles Dodson, the genius behind the cash practice systems. And I say genius because we have been using it in our office at Bergman Family Chiropractic for years now and truly do not know how we made it without it. We see about 800 people a week, and without the cash practice system, it would be really hard to keep track of all of them, and as well as the email drip campaign, being in touch with everybody. We've got about 10,000 people in our email list, so it takes a lot, and it's something I'm really indebted to Dr. Dodson for, and we're going to have a couple of questions that we're going to answer, and hopefully that will help people that are on the fence, not quite sure what they want to do, and trying to get away from insurance, get more cash-based practice, because it's definitely the way to go, a lot less paperwork and a lot less hassle. Dr. Dodson, I appreciate it, and welcome to the call.
Well, thanks for having me, Dr. DeWitt. I'm very happy to be here and answer questions, and hopefully the listeners will learn something from this.
Sounds good. All right, so give me just a little bit of background of what the cash practice system actually is and who it's for.
Well, thanks for asking that. What exactly is the Cash Practice Systems? Well, the Cash Practice Systems is a web-based application designed for the chiropractor who wants to become less dependent on insurance. I often say what we help doctors do is free themselves from the shackles of insurance dependence, where you're freeing yourself from the need to have insurance be part of your practice, and that the majority of practice revenue is coming from the cash-based patient. And the systems, the actual website, is built upon a premise, and that premise is that if you identify and remove the situations in a practice that cause a patient to question whether they should start or continue care, they're more likely to start and continue with care. So with that basic premise, I've made it a mission to identify all the different types of situations that occur in a practice that would cause a patient to question, should I start this program or should I be able to continue with care? And then we put into place systems and procedures that neutralize those situations from happening. And it just so happens that I built software that allows the doctor to put that as an application into their practice. Thus, what it ends up doing is ends up creating a very high patient retention in your practice. Ultimately, means there's going to be more cash in the practice. But really the underlying principle is we want to do everything we can to build retention, which basically goes back to this premise: remove the situations that cause a patient to question whether they're going to start or continue care. So to answer what is Cash Practice Systems, it is a web-based application based upon this underlying principle that guides everything we do in order to have higher patient retention. It's done by applying 4 different systems. Those 4 different systems are the Wellness Score, which is for tracking clinical results; the Cash Plan Calculator for creating financial plans that offer affordable payment options; with the Auto-Debit system for auto-debiting payments so that you're no longer reminding patients of their money; and last but not least, the Drip Education email marketing system, which lets you go ahead and stay in contact with your patients and educate them on the benefits of the service you provide. In a nutshell, that's my 60-second explanation of what Cash Practice Systems is really all about.
And I can definitely attest to the patient retention. It's amazing. Our patient visit average is about 177. So, I mean, once you get into the system, that they don't want to leave, and it's just to their benefit because it just helps them be healthier and healthier.
And I got to say, the fact that you're telling me that you see 700-800 visits a week and that your PVA, or patient average, is 177, that's remarkable. That is, docs listening to you, take heed to that, because that's a common thing for me to hear. Not necessarily the weekly volume you're seeing, but for the doctors who are using our stuff, that are using Cash Practice Systems, that they're having a PVA in the average around 150 or so. In my own personal practice, when I sold my practice, I was at close to 300. Even sometimes a little bit, depending on when we were doing the stats, but right around 300 was our average. So, and I'm not trying to one-up you in saying that. I'm just saying that it's a very, I'm not. It's not you know how doctors get around and they beat their chest about their stats. That's not my point.
Right.
Your weekly volume is way higher than mine ever was. The point I'm making is though that when doctors apply these principles, that's what we commonly see is very high retention. So thanks for sharing that.
Absolutely. So say somebody is really decided, okay, this is what I need to do. How do they go about signing up for the membership, and are there any free bonuses that are included?
Yeah, that's a great question. First of all, a couple things. You can just go to cashpractice.com. If you're one of the people who says, I just want to sign up right now, I don't need to know anything else, and I just want to sign up, just go to cashpractice.com. There's a button that says Start Now or Join Now. Click on that, and it takes you through the sign up process, and you can sign yourself up. We find, however, most chiropractors want to see a demonstration first. We've seen that most people want to say, well, what is this whole thing before we do that? And what we found works best is, rather than you just watching a video, is you contact us, send us an email. You can just send it to support@cashpractice.com. It's fine. And there's also a contact page on the Cash Practice, or you can call us. Our phone number is 877-343-8950. And we will set up a live demonstration of Cash Practice for you and show you how it works, answer all your questions, show you specifically how it can work in your practice. That way you get a hands-on feel for what it's like. There's no hard pressure. We're not a pressure company where we're trying to sell you crazy. Our product speaks for itself. So we'll demonstrate, and that's where we find most chiropractors want to see a demo. But if you're someone who's, I've kind of been, I've already known about this, I want to get signed up, you don't have to wait to do that. You can, on a Saturday afternoon, just sit on the computer and fill it out yourself. Now, as a client of yours, as Dr. John DeWitt's client, of course, I want to do a nice thank you for you. And we have a promotion for you as well, where you can enter the code JDD like JD, John DeWitt, DC 50, and that's going to go ahead and give you a discount on getting signed up for cashpractice.com. The other thing I want to mention is that there's a bunch of bonuses. You mentioned bonuses before. Well, we have all kinds of free giveaways that when you sign up, there's for example, there's a bonus of a copy of our new patient scripting that we have. Now, I'm also going to say I'm not a big fan of scripts. I'm more a fan of teaching you how to do things, and then you make it your own. I don't want you to be me, but we give you a script to at least give you a starting point of how to go ahead and do this stuff. We have, for example, a staff bonus calculator. There's actually a system in Cash Practice that allows you to implement a great bonus structure for your staff. And there's a whole variety of videos and audios and things, and me teaching you how to apply this stuff in practice, so that that you're getting a well-rounded education on how to actually apply this in practice. We don't just have you sign up and then say, okay, see ya, we'll talk to you later. Ultimately, because ultimately, two things. One is there's no contract when you sign up. It's month to month. So you can sign up and you can cancel anytime. Number one, we make that so that, number one, you have the freedom to stop if you don't like it. Number two is it keeps us on our toes to make sure that you're always happy. We don't have you locked in or anything. We're always having to bend over backwards to make sure our clients are super happy with what's going on. We're always making improvements, and that keeps us tip-top shape of making sure we're doing what we need to do. So I mention that because I want you to feel, comfortable signing up with something, not feeling you're locked into anything. And number two is we're going to provide the best service as possible. And if you go on Facebook, on facebook.com/Cash Practice, and look at comments from other people, you're going to routinely see over and over and over, we are constantly getting comments about how great our customer service is, how great our service is, how nice the staff are, what we do to help you. And all of our staff, I'll just mention, are very chiropractic oriented. They know chiropractic probably better than a lot of CAs and doctors. I make it a point to invest in our staff to make sure they are very familiar with what your CAs do. Some of my staff are former CAs. Of course, we've grown to such a large size that not everybody in our company has had past CA experience, but they are intimately familiar with what happens in a chiropractic office through our training. I even invest in taking them to seminars. For example, I'm taking our entire company to CalJam just so that they get dipped and they themselves are on fire about chiropractic, just because Absolutely. I want them, when they're communicating with our offices, that they feel that they know what the CA at the front desk is dealing with, and they know what the doctor is dealing with, and they can speak the same language.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a huge seminar to go to as well. And you were saying that you've grown so much. Just give us an idea for people that like to know that they're a part of a big group, but still get the hand one-on-one hand holding when they need it. How many offices are you working with now?
Well, that's a great question. We've helped thousands and thousands of doctors over the years. Currently, we're sitting close to 1,500 active offices using our system right now, and we have the manpower and staff to support that on a daily basis. So yeah, we've grown like crazy, and almost every one of the major coaches out there recommend their clients go to us. We get referrals on a daily basis from all the major organizations that are out there. And I've been speaking myself all over the place. I've been speaking at Parker. I've spoken for CCA. I've spoken for California Chiropractic Association. I'll be speaking in North Carolina coming up soon for their convention. So not only the major events, but just traveling all over the place, all over the United States, speaking at all the different philosophy groups as well. And like I mentioned
Yeah.
before, I was selected to write a chapter in a book with Steve Forbes, and I have a number of other big major events coming up as well. But from the standpoint of growth, it is a major movement. We have, we have created a movement from the standpoint that people know what Cash Practice, the company, is all about. They know what we stand for, and there isn't a major seminar we go to where we're not constantly running into people who are using the system. So I think we may be one of the largest membership-based organization in chiropractic. I can't claim that we're the largest because I really don't know, but from the standpoint of paid membership organizations that are not political nature, that are providing a service, I think we're one of the largest in the chiropractic industry right now.
Oh, I'm sure you are, because and the thing is, it's not one of those things where somebody signs up and they're just a number, and you just, like you were saying, you don't just sign up and all of a sudden you get forgotten.
No.
It's 24/7 access to any kind of help you could want.
Yeah, our staff are available every day. I almost say 24/7. We're there 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, during normal business hours for chiropractic offices. And the staff know our doctors. I mean, because of the fact that we do live demos with everybody, we do one-on-one training with everybody. They know everybody. I can't personally say I know everybody in the company myself as clients. I get members coming up all the time who say they're a member, and I personally don't know them because I haven't had I haven't been on the phone with them per se. But our staff, who you interact with on a regular basis, they know who all the doctors are. Absolutely. I can mention what's going on with someone, and one of the staff members says, "Yes, I know that doctor, and this is what's going on," and it's of that level of service.